Okay guys, so welcome to another video, and today I have a little story to tell you that happened back in high school. As you guys know, I graduated high school and stuff, so I have a few stories to share with you guys. And not a lot of stories. I wasn't that crazy of a dude in high school. I mean, I have a few stories that I would like to be on the internet forever from this point on. Anyway, so yeah, this is a story about me calling the police accidentally. It's pretty weird because I know what you're thinking. How can I mess up 911 with like another number? Well, let me tell you. Okay, so at the time, this whole story happened when I was in grade 11, which was like my third year of high school. And at the time, we moved to a new house, to a new city. So basically, I was going back and forth either on the bus, back and forth from the house to school and stuff, on either the bus, or my dad would drop me off and pick me up sometimes. And on that day, my dad would pick me up. But then the thing is, if I were to be picked up by my dad, I would have to wait until 3 more hours, because our school ended like 2:55 p.m. and I would wait there until until 6. So I would wait 3 hours, and during that time I would usually do my homework and stuff. So I would come back home and I could just play video games without worrying about homework and stuff. And at that day, right, I waited for my dad. I finished the homework. I brought my laptop with me, and the night before, my dad told me about this promotion thing that Ubisoft Canada had, and it was about something about game testing and stuff. And at the time I was pretty interested, right? So I finished my homework, got my laptop, looked up the support number for Ubisoft, and for some reason, I don't know if they changed it now, but I had to call a separate number to get Ubisoft's support number. I don't know how that worked, right? I know I had to call the separate number just to get the Ubisoft's support number, which is pretty weird, right? And so yeah, I called that number to get the phone number, and this lady answering machine robot told me the number, and this is where me calling 911 starts. So basically, that number started with either 919 or 919. It had the contents of 911 number, right? So it either had 2 digits of 9, 1 digit of it's so confusing. It sounded so similar to 911, but it wasn't, right? It's so similar to 911. So okay, I'm just gonna write down 911, and then she told the robot told me the other digits of the phone number, and I wrote them down as well. And I'm not stupid, right? I know that it says 911, but then there go other digits after 911. So in my head, I know, okay, I'm gonna be calling the police, but then there are numbers that will probably cancel out the police because they go after 911. And so I end up calling 911, and the digits, they don't end up blocking the 911 call, the police call. So I called 911, right? And I'm calling them, and then this operator lady, she picks up, and then hi, what's your emergency? I'm just frozen because I didn't realize I didn't realize that the numbers wouldn't block out the 911 call, and I was just in shock. I was about to hang up the phone, but I know that would pretty much cause me more trouble than if I actually spoke to her, because they might think I'm in trouble, my phone turned off and stuff like that. I spoke, and after a few seconds of being frozen, a hello and stuff. I explained everything to her that I just explained to you, and I sounded pretty nervous. So if that'd be pretty convincing if I was actually in trouble and stuff. And so I did sound pretty nervous because that's my first time calling the police and stuff, and that wasn't even a real emergency. So yeah, that's kind of bad impression. And but yeah, so she asked me for my phone model and my phone number. Well, I mean, they have the phone number, so they don't need the confirmation of that. But yeah, so if I call them again, I think I'm gonna get in trouble, and if that's not an emergency. But anyway, back to the story, right? So I call her. She was like, "What's up? What's the emergency?" I explained it to her and stuff, and she's like, okay. And yeah, I sounded pretty nervous, and she ended up letting me go, and I'm so thankful that she didn't charge me. I don't know if that would have been I was eligible to be charged, because it was kind of a false call, but then again, I am the 11th grader me, pretty derpy, didn't realize that the numbers wouldn't freaking cancel out the 911 call. So yeah, I called 911, and I told my parents that. They laughed, because that's pretty silly. But oh my god, dude, that I believe that this story could have been much worse if I pretty much hung up and stuff. And I don't know if maybe there's a different lady, she was in a pretty bad mood. Maybe she would have charged me and crap. So I don't know. So here's a lesson to you people. Yeah, this is a lesson. This is a very big lesson. 911, like other digits, wouldn't cancel out 911 calls. So just remember that, okay? From my experience, they don't cancel out. Maybe in US they do, but I doubt that. But in Canada here they don't, okay? And that was a nerve-wracking experience. Like, oh man. And after I was done talking to the operator lady, I was in such shock that I didn't even bother going back to Ubisoft and getting their support phone number. I just gave up and I just started watching YouTube videos until my dad picked me up and stuff. So yeah, like no one knows about the story right now, until I'm gonna tell you and stuff. But yeah, oh my god, that was quite an experience, guys. So yeah, that's a high school story. That's probably the most craziest story in the high school of all of them, I mean, just because I wasn't that crazy of a kid unless it came to video games. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me now. Hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I just gotta remember other stories that I had in high school that maybe I can share with you again. And yeah, I will see you guys later.